welcome back to the Cheerware channel. It has been years since I've lived in a place with a backyard, so I am really living for mornings on the patio, drinking a little bit of water. I love summer. I love feeling warm. I love the sun. I love the green. It's just a beautiful day to be chatting with you in my backyard. So this video is not like a typical week in my life. First and foremost, because today is Wednesday. It's different because I can feel myself starting to get that burnt out feeling. I have been dealing with a few things over the past several weeks that have been a big drain. I've been having issues with one of my suppliers that's taken forever to work out and is still kind of on the edge. I have some new and exciting customers that have brought their own challenges. Then there's just like normal things, doing summer pop-up markets, being prepped for that, product releases, product launches, and then just, all like the admin tedium that goes along with running your own business. Lots of things I've been working through the last few weeks, and I have that sense like, Arlie, you are getting close to burnout. You need to take a step back. And so that's what we're going to try to do. Usually the way I spend my weeks is I have like my general master plans, but then I have a week-long to-do list. And in that to-do list, there are larger plans. Those plans are broken down into things that need to be accomplished in a week. And that's usually just a super long to-do list. And I'm going to spend the rest of the week doing the things on the bottom of my to-do list. So this is the stuff that gets pushed off because it's not necessary, it's not urgent, it's not important for my work or life to get done. But it is the stuff that like sits in the back of my mind at the end of the day or at the end of the week and just like, why didn't I get that done? And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to slow down a little bit, avoid burnout, and we're gonna do some side quests, I guess. I took a second to kind of think about the stuff that is always at the bottom of my to-do list over the past weeks and months, and this is what I've got. One thing is some art supplies. So the art supplies I usually use, I've lost them. Like I have a bundle of markers that I use in my sketchbook. Lost those a few weeks ago. Cannot find them anywhere. I really want them because I want to be working a bit more in my sketchbook right now. Another thing on my list, read a book. I have picked up books. I have not started to read them. I have books friends have lent me. I have books that I've bought and just have not read. I have tons of things on my TBR. Have not been able to break through the mental block I have around reading. So this one's a bit niche, but I bought a really cool vintage compact. It's beautiful, but it has a music box component to it that doesn't work. And when I was chatting with the vendor, they were saying that I could take it to a watch repair place and they might be able to fix it because it has music boxes and watches, clocks have similar sizes and types of mechanisms. And then a couple weeks ago, I was walking through my neighborhood and there's a watch repair shop like walking distance to my house. I'm taking that as a sign and we're gonna get that at least looked at, hopefully repaired. I want to knit a summer top. I have the pattern, I have the yarn. I just have not started it because it's a little daunting. It's one of the more complex things I will have ever knit, but I know it just takes me sitting down to read the pattern and try it out, look up a few YouTube videos. So I want to get that started because once I know what the pattern is, it'll be something I can sit and do and enjoy. And it's June, so if I don't finish this top, I will not be able to wear it in the fall. It's like a summer, it's a sleeveless shirt. So that's one thing. I need to clean my room, clean/organize and decorate a little bit. The room that I have here for working from home or just doing my own personal projects, it just needs to get cleaned. So that's what I've got for right now. There's a few other things that maybe if I have time, we'll get to them. Those are at least like the things that I really, really want to get going, get started. And I think this week is just gonna be a very fun, summery, cozy time. I'm excited to do all of these things. Again, they're things I want to do. I just have not put the time into prioritizing it. So we're just going to try to do a lot of these things and get a little bit of that spark back. Let's stop talking about it and let's get started. Also, because we've got a backyard this year, got a teeny tiny little garden going. It is mostly tomatoes, but they've already grown so much. We've only had them for like a week. So it's really impressive to me that they've sprouted out this much. I don't really have the best track record with plants, so I'm really hoping that nature steps in here and helps these tomatoes become actual fruits and not just plants. good after bopping around a little bit. I'm in the park right now to enjoy some lunch. I got a salad from Crisp and Green. I've been really hoping that they were gonna bring back this one that they had last summer. It was so good. It had watermelon and feta, and it was like so crisp and juicy, but I don't know. It's June and there's no watermelon feta salad, so I don't think it's coming back. But this is still really good. And before I dig into that, I thought we could do a tiny little haul of what I got at the couple stores I went to. First shop was Wet Paint, which is a little arts store in St. Paul. And I'm really glad I went there because it feels like a really good alternative to Blick, which is where I've gotten stuff in the past. So that's really great. And a little worried for a minute that they wouldn't have the markers that I like, but looking around and finally found them. So here are the new colors. I actually think I've had a few of these before, but they've been lost and now they are back. So super excited to have these guys. If you haven't used these markers before, these are Tombow. They're water-based. They're cool because they have a brush tip as well as just like a normal felt tip. So you can do line work or you can do shading. And yeah, I really like these. And then a couple new things I got. I do a lot of stuff with microns, and I got, for fun, I got like a red ink micron just to add a little bit of variety. And then while I was looking at pens, I was looking at some gel pens. I haven't used gel pens in a really long time, but I thought these fluorescent colors were really cool. This is like, it looks really red here, but it's a lot more like pinky kind of. It was making me think of that risograph pink, hot pink. You know what I'm talking about, you get it. And then also grab this one that was like sort of a limey green. And then I also got this little pink leather pencil bag. The brand is Age Bag. The reason I lost these before is because they were all loose in my bag. So now they have a home. Hopefully I will not lose them, because now if I lose them, I'm gonna lose the whole bag. So I love this little bag. Then I went to another spot I've been wanting to try out called Kinoko Kids, which Kinoko Kids tells you it's like a kid's toy store, but they also have some really cute stationery and art supplies there. The vibe in that shop was so cozy. I really loved it. I wish I had like more little kids in my life to be purchasing gifts for. There was this one really cute doll of a dark gray cat that made me think of my Spooky, and I was this close to getting it, but I did not. Instead, I got this, a little like traveling watercolor set with 12 different pans. And I have never really watercolored before. I do have a little like traveling watercolor brush that I got at one point in time when I thought I was going to do more watercolor. I feel like this is a perfect little to-go size, nice range of color to kind of try dabbling in watercolor for fun. So this was my fun random new thing to try. And then I could not resist. They had so many cute little stamps, but I got these two, a little hedgehog and a little dark cat with a little tie collar. Like, look how cute. Anyways, I think these are super cute and tiny and easy. I love it when they're small because they're easy to use. You don't need a special occasion to stamp. I'm just gonna lay in the sun. I'm going to enjoy my salad, maybe read a book, maybe do some sketching. It's like 3:30, and I have no timeline, so I can do whatever I want. Gosh, I was just struggling to leave the house this morning. It's like when it's the weekend and you have all this free time in front of you and you just scroll on your phone in bed for hours because you just can't seem to make a decision. And it's super frustrating because literally yesterday I laid out a whole list of things I wanted to do. So why was it so hard to get out of bed? Or not even out of bed, just out of my house. I don't know. It's that analysis paralysis. Like so many things I want to do, being worried about effectively using the time, which is also so dumb because the whole point of doing doing this is to just relax, experience. Like there's no wrong way to enjoy myself, but this morning I was just really struggling with that. Also, just brick your phone. Just brick it. So first thing we're doing is going on like a really long walk. I'm actually on mile 2 of it right now, but getting into my body, into nature. It's been really, really, really great. Some lovely nature sightseeing. And because it's like a Thursday late morning, there's no one here. So I've got it all to myself. So after this, I'm thinking there is a bookstore coffee shop that I've been meaning to go to over in a neighboring town. It's always like a little too far to feel like it's worth going to. Not today. Gonna go grab a coffee, and I have my bag with anything I could possibly want to do inside of it. So we'll see what I end up doing. It's so nice out. Isn't this so cute? When you open it, it's like a mirror. This is a little compact that I have to fill with something. And then this hopefully will be a functioning music box piece, but like the checker mother of pearl, so cute. Okay, this one, it's to go on a lipstick tube, but I actually only have square lipstick tubes right now, so it's not gonna be helpful. You clip it on and then you have a little mirror. This is pre-phone, obviously, but I love the black and silver design on the front. And then this is my first one that I ever got. It's another gold and it opens. And then, yep, you got a mirror. And then this comes undone. Again, another like cute compact. So I need to like look at how to refill trays, but I just love vintage makeup accessories. As someone who doesn't really do a ton of stuff with makeup, I think they're just so fun. This one is so cool. Maybe they'll have a battery for this watch that I got a million years ago and I've just never got a battery for. So that's actually really convenient. Okay. All right. So I spent the morning organizing my home studio and I didn't record it because I think that's really boring to watch. Not super interesting to watch me pick my clothes up. So you're getting to see the after effect and it might still look really disorganized, and it is. There's definitely a lot of, I have to go through things, but at least stuff is put away. I can work on my desk. I can get ready without stepping on clothes. So bare minimum, but it's something. Now I just feel better about being in here. Like the last week or so, I've just been like, don't want to go in there. It's not a good place. But now I feel like I could sit in here and work on a little project, do a little arts and crafts, just feel a little bit more cozy in here. What is on the docket today? So the watch repair shop is open, so we're gonna jaunt on over there and see if they can help me. And if they can't help me, maybe they can give me a clue, which will lead to another clue, which will lead to another clue, which eventually, hopefully, will result in my music box being repaired. I did get an email from the library that I owe them a lot of books, and they're not wrong. I have this stack right here that needs to be returned. We're gonna go to the library, drop our books off, and kind of explore a new branch that I haven't been to before and see how cozy it is. Maybe it's a good spot to do some out-of-home work. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, yesterday at the cafe, I was intending to start working on my new knit project, and of course, I did not bring like the one needle size that I need for this project. So I'm gonna grab that so that we have no excuses today on getting started for that. We're just gonna see where the day takes me. Definitely feeling like really relaxed. It was super nice yesterday to get out and work on some fun stuff that had been sort of in my head for a few weeks now and start getting it on paper. I think a lot of times I tend to prioritize projects that feel important or like I have to do them. This felt more like this is something I really want to do. So having some good energy and working on that, and also that cafe, Cream and Amber, So cute. I am so glad that I took the time to drive a little bit out of the way to see it in person. So now that the boring stuff is out of the way, let's get this day started. So over this winter, I finally took the dive and decided to learn how to knit. It was definitely my cold weather seasonal depression activity of choice. I made some tabby style mittens. I knit a sweater, the step-by-step sweater, which I highly recommend because there's a whole YouTube tutorial for the whole thing. I decided a couple months ago that the next thing I wanted to try is this, which is it's the Vilma top. Wilma. It's just this super cute little button-up vest, and it has, I don't know if you can tell in this picture, it's white, but it has this lacework detail. It has a lot of things that I don't know how to do, and I thought it would be a good challenge for me after being on a huge kind of knitting spree. And it took me a million years to buy yarn, and then I just got kind of busy. I got a little intimidated by the project, and I didn't want to spend the time to learn the new skill. Which is silly because it'll be so worth it. So anyways, I started the gauge swatch. I don't really know what I was thinking. I was just kind of skipping the parts of it that I didn't understand. And so obviously this is not good. I'm about to undo this after looking up how to do some of the instructions. So but that's the best part about just not having any specific timeline or rushing. This is just for me. So whenever it gets done, it gets done. Okay, before we chat, I did want to show you some things in my garden that have actually started growing in just the past week. Look at the little strawberries. And then can you see down here? We've got this guy turning pink. Is that the only one? Oh yeah, there's another. And now that I've seen the strawberries, I have to check the tomatoes. It truly blows my mind how quickly these are growing, but you can see we've got 2 little tomatoes growing. Itty bitty, but it's growing. So it's been a few days of starting this experiment of flipping priorities, and I'm honestly surprised at how much of an impact it's had. I was mostly just hoping to get some things off my plate, out of my mind, and in doing that, I ended up making more space for myself than I expected. I'm feeling really relaxed, really refreshed, and most of all, really just inspired and excited. I think it comes down to all of the tasks that I gave myself, things like getting outside, going out and about, doing things away from screens, and getting myself to take the time and do creative things that weren't tied to a specific work project. Did I do lots of silly dumb doodles and random things that did not turn out? Yes, but that is an important part of the creative process, and it makes me feel less pressure then when I turn to working on things for the shop. So that said, I think the biggest takeaway from this is that I need to cultivate a creative practice where I spend time creating things with no expectations for the outcome. And this is not like a new thought. It's always been something that I've wanted to do, but again, it's something that is so easy for me to deprioritize when there are deadlines. But if this week has taught me anything, it's that prioritizing creative practice is important, and I think it will make a lot of the other things that I need to do easier. If this is something that you struggle with, I highly recommend giving this experiment a try of flipping the priorities. I think I picked 5 tasks that were taking up space, and I think I was able to do all of them in addition to the things that are usually higher priority for me. Not only did I knit my gauge swatch, but I actually cast on and got it on the needles, and I've got I've made 2 inches of progress. So I think I'm gonna be able to finish this and wear it while it's still summer, and that's a big win. That's all I've got for you. Prioritize something creative today, and I'll see you in the next one.